Hey guys, so I have been getting a ton of questions lately about what people should be eating when they are eating a starch-based diet, and like people ask me so many questions on Tumblr every day, like can they be eating bread? Should they be eating pasta? Is this good for weight loss? Like how do I lose the most amount of weight on the starch solution? What should I be eating? What does a typical day look like? And that is what I'm going to be talking about today. So everybody always just wants to overcomplicate everything, just like we do with everything else in our everyday today lives. We want to like overanalyze, find out what other people are doing, see how they lost weight, like see if it's gonna work for us. We want like case studies and scientific background information and like years and years of all this research and crap. Honestly, like the biggest thing that you guys need to know about losing weight on a starch-based diet, living on a starch-based diet, and being healthy and thin long term is looking at the hundreds of thousands of millions of people that have been eating starch-based diets for tens of thousands of years and how they are the trimmest, fittest, healthiest people on planet Earth. Look at the Asian people, the cultures that eat lots of rice, like in Thailand, Indian cultures where they're eating lots of like starch-based foods, African cultures, the cultures that are all analyzed in the China study, they eat whole starch-based food. So like people always ask me about brown rice versus white rice and if I should be eating which one for the most amount of weight loss. So Dr. McDougall in his book, he says that, if you're struggling with weight loss, if you are eating a starch-based diet, following his recommendations, which in the book, like he lets you eat pasta, refined pasta. He lets you eat flours and breads and cereals and things that are, more processed. And a lot of people coming from a standard American diet or something like that can lose weight very easily just switching to a starch-based diet and eating, any real starch-based food as long as it's low fat, even if it's not a whole food. But a lot of people, I think, in especially like the high carb vegan community, most of us do come from, restriction, like overanalyzing everything, like I said, or trying to lose weight for years and years and years, even if they were on a vegan diet previously and, maybe they've lost like 30, 40, 50 pounds and they just cannot get the rest of it off and they're really wondering like how to do that. So like even for me, it was very easy for me to come from smashing it in, eating a lot of calories, and gaining a lot of weight and switching to a starch-based diet. If you go back and watch my 30 days what I ate starch-based, I was eating, like frosted mini wheats, not the brand, but like a vegan brand from Whole Foods, so like frosted shredded wheat. I was eating almond milk, flours, more refined foods. Now that I've gotten down to a more, normal BMI, a stable weight, I have plateaued like the last couple months, and I'm finding, that I have to really refine my diet to a more whole foods, low-fat, starch-based diet to see as quick of results. So if I were to just keep eating the way that I was, keeping the fat pretty low, and eating more like flours and just being more relaxed with it, I do believe that, in a year, 2 years, I would be pretty at my goal weight, like thinner, 115 pounds, fit like that, if I was consistent with exercise. But to see like the same rate of weight loss, like half a pound to a pound a week, I have had to obviously refine my diet a little bit more, and I feel better eating this way as well. So basically, if you look at cultures who are eating, a whole foods plant-based diet, they're not eating like lots of processed foods. The healthiest people in the world are eating mostly rice, beans, lentils, potatoes, like millet, quinoa, whole grains like that, and they're not adding like tons of preservatives and like all this crap into it. It's a very, very simple diet. So that is basically what I've been eating the last few weeks. I was kind of just eating whatever for a while when Derek got here. I didn't, you know, experience any weight gain or anything like that, but my weight did totally plateau for like the last 3 months. I actually talked to Dr. McDougall on a Skype call once, and he said that he actually regretted making his book the McDougall Program for Maximum Weight Loss, because he felt like people were just thinking that they had to count calories and that it was like this restrictive diet, and people would go from, you know, eating the starch solution for like 3 weeks and seeing, you know, like 10 pounds of weight loss, and then it would slow down to the 1 to 2 pounds a week that he recommends, and they would go on the maximum weight loss program and they wanted like all these quick results. And he's like, I regret ever making it, because anyone can see results on just the starch solution alone, but people do feel better eating, you know, gluten-free diets, eating more of a whole foods plant-based diet, like not including flours and lots of processed breads and things like that. So this video, just to summarize, you can eat basically any starch food on the starch solution. It's just really depending on, you know, what you're comfortable with. If you're allergic to gluten, if you don't like eating like lots of flours or processed foods, you can eat any low-fat starch-based food and lose weight. It's just how quickly is it going to happen? What do you feel the best on? And what is really your goal? But really just eat what you're comfortable with. You can lose weight eating bread every single day. He has a study. There's studies where people were given, you know, 12 slices of bread on top of their diet to eat every single day, and they lost, I think over the course of the study, they lost like an extra 20 pounds without changing their diet at all. All they did was add in 12 pieces of bread, and some of it was white bread and some of it was whole grain bread. So really just focus your diet around whole starches. You can eat flours, you can eat processed whole starch vegan foods, like you can eat whatever you want, and don't beat yourself up, you know, if like you want to have pizza one day, or like you're not having like a whole food or something like that. You can eat whatever you want. You can lose weight eating any type of a starch-based diet. So just remember that. Don't beat yourself up. Just be comfortable. Do and eat, you know, what is sustainable and what makes you happy and what it feels like something that you could do forever. And if you feel better, you know, eating more brown rice or eating more potatoes, then do that. If you find, you know, over time that like eating more processed foods, you really feel how it affects you, then, you know, eat less of those. But really just do what feels best for you and give it time. Like the weight will come off. It's just going to take time. You did not get overweight or gain all your weight in even a year or 2 years. So you're not gonna lose it in that amount of time. Like it's gonna take time. So just enjoy the process, enjoy the foods that you're eating, and yeah. I hope that was helpful for you guys, and I'm gonna be making more Q&A videos soon. So if you have any ideas for videos, leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye.